Hey, this is Russ. Yeah, I'm still inside. Well, it's actually around 60 degrees outside, so technically I could go out, but it's really windy out there. Yeah, Chicago sometimes has a lot of wind. And like I said before, it's not the ambient temperature that's the problem. It's the wind that hits you and makes it feel even colder. And sometimes that wind hits you sideways. You ever feel that when you're on the bike? Yeah, it doesn't feel too stable, right? It actually feels like it's going to push you off sometimes. So yeah, I'm not going to ride it in the wind, so we're not doing it today. Maybe tomorrow, though. I think it said that the temperature might be even a little bit higher than 60, and I think the wind indication thing said it wasn't going to be windy, maybe tomorrow. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, I saw recently an old video from somebody that talked a little bit about the issues that Rad Power Bikes had with somebody suing them for the quick release hub issue on their front tire. Yeah, apparently this person got hurt, and I thought about that, and I kept remembering too that mine had also came loose, didn't fall off or anything like that, but it was really loose, and I knew for a fact that I had tightened that thing up when I built that bike. So then they brought up a good point too. They said that the quick release lever sometimes can get caught in the brake rotor. Yeah. So I thought about that. I go, yeah, I guess that could happen, because a lot of times we do put that quick release lever on the same side where the brake rotor is. What if we put it on the other side? I don't think that's a problem to do. I think you could just pull it out and stick it on the other side. I mean, if you look at the bike, let's look at it this way. If you were sitting on the bike, okay, looking forward towards your handlebar, I'm talking about your own left side at that point. That's usually where a lot of people put it. What if we just turned that thing around and stuck it on the right side? Then it would probably eliminate the potential of the quick release hub's lever going into the brake rotor. Think about that, okay? And if you think that could be done, maybe consider doing that. Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe checking my own bikes to see if maybe I should just switch those around. Now, some of the bikes have a through axle. You know what that is? That's basically like a pin that goes all the way through and is basically tightened down instead of using a quick release. That might be safer. The more I kept thinking about it, I said, that might be actually safer to do that. But I know people like to have the quick release. They say, if I get it flat, then I can take the tire off real quickly and deal with it. It's not that hard to take a through axle off, okay? Maybe you have to carry an extra wrench or so, or maybe two. I don't know how many you need to carry. But, if it's in your tool bag already, it shouldn't be a real big deal to take off the front wheel that way. I mean, if you had a flat on a rear tire, you'd have to take that off with a wrench, right? So you should be carrying a wrench anyways in your tool bag, if you carry a tool bag. I mean, for me, I had that flat tire on the Deer that one time. Didn't have my bag with me. I mean, I carry a lot of stuff, and a lot of times I do carry it, but I didn't have a bag with me that day. So yeah, my tools weren't with me. I had to call Mrs. Wright and pick me up, right? But had it been there, yeah, there would have been a wrench in there. So, yeah. Things to think about, for upcoming rides, for this coming season. Carry your tool bag. So some of the things in the tool bag, I had a video I made that talked about the various things that I have in my tool bag. I'll put a link in the description so that you can see it again. It might be a good reminder of things to get ready for the upcoming riding season. Now, speaking of the riding season, now I told you guys that I was going to try to lose weight before this coming riding season. So how am I doing? Now, if you've been watching my health updates on Monday, you kind of know how I'm doing, but I'm doing even better than that. Yeah, I weighed myself this morning. We're down 24 pounds. 24 pounds! Okay, some of it was because of the diabetes. But regardless of what happened, we're still down 24 pounds, right? Now, I have to tell you, we started at 268. I'm down now, as of this morning, 244. Now, you might say, wow, 24 pounds is pretty good. The all-time high was 289, okay? So if you look at it as 289, what was it then? 289 down to 244 would bring it to 45 pounds from the all-time high. Yeah. But, hey, from 289. I had dropped 50 pounds before, so I'm still shy by at least 6 pounds. We're getting there, okay? My goal was actually to drop to that level before the riding season begins. So 244, my goal is to hopefully get 30 pounds down from the original 268. What would that be? So 30 pounds down, we got to get to 239. 239, okay? I think we can make it. I mean, we still have several weeks to go before the official riding season probably will begin. So 6 more pounds is where I'm heading for. Okay, then I can say I did 30 pounds before we started. How are you guys doing? Okay, I know a number of you guys said you were going to try to go on a diet. Put your comments in there. Let me know where you are. Have you lost any weight? Now, again, mine's a little bit different than yours. You know, we already lost like 10 pounds due to the diabetes thing before I got diagnosed with the diabetes. So yeah, 24 pounds is essentially, I lost like 14 additional pounds, something like that. Yeah. But, you know, hey, it's still a loss, right? So anyway, the health update on Mondays, I mentioned on Monday that it might be the last of the health updates. But somebody said, why don't you just do a quickie video? Just do a fast one. Let us know what's happening. Do it on Mondays. I might do that. I'm not really sure at this point whether I will do it that way or not. Or whether I'll just update you guys here during the regular channel stuff. So I don't know, whatever. But that's basically what's happening now. So somebody had asked me, do you feel the difference when you're riding with the weight loss? And I would say, yeah, I do feel it. I do feel like I'm moving a little bit different on the bike than when I had additional weight. Now, we know for a fact that the lower weight means less rolling resistance while you're going. And chances are that means a further range of your ride. So your battery will give you more range. So you could cut down some of that range anxiety, right? I always try to bring a second battery if I'm going to go someplace far anyway. But it is kind of a hassle to bring that second battery because, you know, it's kind of big and long. It doesn't really fit on the racks too well. And you know, you're afraid for it to bounce around. Here's my suggestion to e-bike companies. Make a battery carrier for the rear rack. Yeah, a second battery carrier for the rear rack. Something that will fit the battery, okay, fits on the rear rack easily, so you don't have to sit there doing lots and lots of bungee cord things and, you know, makeshift stuff. And make sure it's padded well enough so that when it bounces on that rear rack, it's safe, okay? Then, you know, when you run out of a battery, all you have to do is just take the other battery out, put the new battery in, put the old battery in the battery carrier, and away you go. Yeah. I think personally, if they did something like that, custom made it for their bikes, or for, yeah, a carrier custom made for their bike, it would be good. Not just like a generic, you know, made for their series of bikes, and a way to quickly attach that to the rear rack, that would be a good thing. Yeah. So if you're an e-bike manufacturer, listen up, okay? Make something like that, and that way people can buy second batteries, carry it along with them, and not worry about range anxiety. Now, keep in mind too, if you carry that second battery, it's going to add weight, right? Because those batteries are not lightweight, right? Which means you have to lose weight to make up for that difference. That way, then you don't have, you know, even more of a loss of range, because if your weight plus the extra second battery you're carrying. So, anyways. That's really all I have for you guys. Some different things that kind of popped in my mind, and I just wanted to let you know what's going on in terms of the weight for me. Yeah, if I carry a second battery, I'm okay this year. Anyways, if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. I'll talk to you guys next time.